Oyun açılmamış ki ama.
Şu anda senin için açtım.
Ben açılmamış.
Açıldı.
Açıyoruz. Açıyoruz. Posta çıkabilir. Aynen. Böyle aptal oyun oynayacağını biliyordum kanka.
Aptal oyun değil oğlum, bu arada hikayesi bayağı güzel.
O bayağı hikayeli lan asikti.
Ya sadece okuyorsun.
Hikayeye bak kanka. Silahını izmiş.
Biri asımı ihbar etmiş.
Hepinize merhaba arkadaşlar. O yayın bir kişi daha geldi lan.
Ben açtım telefondan.
Ya oğlum ya. Niye?
Ne bileyim. Açılmadı dedin ya ondan.
Bizim kişi izlese keşke.
Neyse benim işim var.
Abi şu oyunun mekanikleri, şu oyunun işlendiğine bir bak ya.
Önce onlarla konuşmayacağım. Önce çevreyi tanıyacağım.
Abi. Çok tane başladı.
Oğlum bu arada güzel oyun.
Az yatak yapma.
Ya ışığım da sönüp duruyor ya.
Ben az sonra kapatabilirim.
Neyi?
Annem yapıyorum.
A Stars Riker, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West too.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors...
An old case for my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk migrants saw a Stash Raiko stopped in the street, painted just like this. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the banners of...
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that. 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full.
I tried to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like this before actually examining the body. But my initial guess is the two are unrelated. Yes, detective? Okay, I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this. But I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip, well, he blew through the whole national treasury. Starting his own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber. Where he stored, he called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains. His Majesty's courtiers said beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders. With more nuanced social awareness, those critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery, Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, not that he ever did in life either. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response wherever this woman.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, a metallic drawer, the pry bar, useful for opening all sorts of doors. The handles, you can do good work with. It's robust, lets you see things in the dark you would other. The pull-out toolbox slides back. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, you know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo. The central around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach.
Cesede gidelim ya.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough the driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam...
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnail. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
this?
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. The fuck are you talking?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt, you will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got?
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Run!
Help! He's...
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno! It's
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen?
Nasıl?
This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno! No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first.
Listen to your friend. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno in the ass. Help! Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno. He's showing his genitals. If you look,
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets.
Relax. He can't read your mind. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. Kid.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be...
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You're just Kuno's bottom bitch!
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, click, click, click!
Right, Pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to... Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, Pig. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, Pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking...
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Get lost,
The fuck about it? You're testing...
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games.
I'd get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go.
Don't be traumatizing here.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostril.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up of his own.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Adam ben. Ama ben kusacağım ki ya. Geri döneyim.
There he still is, looking
Yok,
right
illa
at
kusmam mı
you. The
gerekiyor?
smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you
Kusam
from
mı ki?
within.
Uzaklaşmaya çalış, kus. Kusam.
You feel
İyi
a great
rahatladı.
force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the...
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Of, şimdi gidip amonyak mı bulacağım?
Yes? What about me? Good. Let's...
Bu criminal case gibi mi? Bilmiyorum ki tam. Bir tane cinayet var işte, biz hiçbir şey hatırlamıyoruz. Sonra polismişiz biz. Cinayeti çözmek için göndermişiz ama hiçbir şey hatırlamıyoruz. Öyle takılıyoruz.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Evet, Semli büyük anne düşün, karın tuhaflığını değil.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Ona bakmayı bırak, etrafına bak, ne görüyorsun? Ne görüyorum?
That's
Meydan.
right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
Ay şerefsiz.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out. The second time, not so much.
Lan yeter lan,
When the
kasmayayım
vomit is done,
artık.
your cheeks are wet with tears.
Of. Ya aptal Teğmen.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Zayıflısın ya.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Bu şerefsiz de çok katil havası var ya.
Not being hungover helps too.
Yani.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
There are several footprints in the mud. Left.
Şimdi. Ne? Düşünceyi nereden içselleştireceğim ki ha? Peki. Wellington sırasında köyünün anahtarı müdür Gert'e dolma. İstersen kapağı zor. Bunun için birileri yeterli.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The contemporary period stands still, the fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists.
Peki.
Hello again, sweetie.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish?
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square. Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
Lan
Now,
nasıl
what the
bulayım
hell did you
lira?
want? I assume you wanted something to come back here. Absolutely.
Absolutely in the question. First we find your body is ready, sire.
Yes. Have you got it? Like what? Yes. A lot. For the room? Yes. What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest, and they come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders.
Bir şey
and
içmiyorum.
always pay
Sakız çiğniyorum.
on
Sadece
time.
sesime geliyor.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then...
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should
Sakızdan
come to this
yutmuyorum herhalde.
thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Bu arada
Another thing. Great. Yes. Mine? No, it belongs to the...
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put...
I thought as much. And are you the only party?
Well, yes. Us and...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Krasmazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol...
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist.
ne
He
biçim
was a
oyun?
leading figure
Bura
on
bir
the
süreç.
Prague
Bu oyun
side
adı ne?
of the Centennial Revolution,
Disco Elysium.
where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or...
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container? We should return to this theory at a later time, officer. This here was about the trash container.
What for? Mazov?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Bilmiyorum, yakında bir
Why did you say
kastamda.
that? You don't really know, do you? Something produced by the random firing of synapses doesn't sound like a place you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop.
Peki.
This trash container is with a well-oiled crack. The lock don't. maybe you shouldn't.
Niye?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Ne
Just a
oluyor?
feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Hı. Hı.
The smell of
Aç
rotten
ya.
food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Daha çok bulmak için içeri dal. Yok, kusmayacağım.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. Never mind. Look at that fat string of archipelagon pearl. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It
Ne?
is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. But among the threadbare kitchen towels, as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank
Sıraya bulamış bir
smell
pantolon
fills
çatı.
the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaver odor is faint. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye.
Yapışkan bir şey mi?
A drab,
Uzun.
long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Ondan kime atayım?
Not really. All we know is...
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Coon?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash. It's just organic waste. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peel. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged.
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Tarzını bozuyordu herhalde.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and challenge accepted? You should be on the lookout for stylistic elements that elevate this cabbage to heights unforeseeable. Good choice. Soggy carton and some kind of food sludge welcome you back.
Officer, this is sensitive information. You need to take this seriously. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got...
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit.
Nasıl başka şey kullanacağım ya? Alo.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Understood. You're that kind of detective.
Anlamadım.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us.
Oo, ne kadar şey var. Neyse sonra bakarız deftere. Veleri soralım ya.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Öncesi bir türlü başaramıyorum.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Ya Fagot'u niye sansürlüyorlar?
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe...
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. Don't ask questions. Roll with it. It will work. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Yeah, like...
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. What are you?
Perhaps you could compress this negative... That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Anlamadım.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Oh, what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too, pig? Kuno doesn't
Kodum veletleri ya.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for... Yes?
Yes?
Bilmiyorum ya, sana söylemeyeceğim, hiçbir şey hatırlayamadım. Ürkütüyorsun beni.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the... Yes, hello?
Acaba beni tanıyor mu ki?
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly,
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of...
God, why can't you just mind your own business?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the courts. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Zorla.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Okay. I didn't want to get in trouble with the...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't... You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with. Well, please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until She almost
Okay.
Tamam.
No. No.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged, I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco thing. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making...
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Me neither.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the call breaking up.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Ben 40.000 karakolun adamı.
A flock of seagulls takes right away. The lieutenant reaches into the cabin.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right? Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy.
God damn it! Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or... You would be too if you had this motor carriage. But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright?
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect 57?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering as you tap on the gate.
There's no use pressing the...
Translation. We're not going anywhere.
Hey. Ha, şükür ya. Neyse cesede gidelim.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendon.
They do after 7 days.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covered the material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor, or future armor.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor...
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary is for a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks as if trees were made of porcelain. This is what they cross-section. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Hayır ya, niye yalan söylüyorsun?
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you...
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his...
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you...
Indeed. From this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. There are few...
You're sure there's a way to peel them off? But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Yok ya, lootları.
Alright then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you got?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor-ish.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You? We all are.
The cadaver hangs from an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical...
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist, and he takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed.
A Trigger Sunshine.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only 1 ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is it. Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute, and his eyes are milky white, and dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. From the alt, the corpse is dead.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50.
The corpse looks right through you. His eye, dark brown hair grows. The corpse looks right. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent... This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color.
So, what do you think? Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs.
Stop talking and...
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno!
A pool of blood and feces as
The victim appears to have contained no more than half.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I agree.
his personality is no longer
Totally dead. Absolutely.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and it...
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take the
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A-19. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is...
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes...
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's desk was the wrong choice.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just...
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shit yourself!
The cold piece of bakelite, and you've held this, an A9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably...
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him...
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view, the slow movement of the...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Do it! Set me free!
Don't.
Do it!
Hmm.
Put it right here, Mulko! Right here!
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, with your hand numb from the reek, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Ace is high.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is you could add an Ace's Low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another. The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a chill. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an Ace's Low hanging.
I knew these guys were
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems...
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. I can't say I'm fully satisfied with that part. We should search for prints, maybe. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
the fuck are they?
The cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this stinks. Good. In the meantime, we should try to interview Everard Clare, the leader of the union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the...
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Yes. And those were the interviewees.
Guillaume Lemillion.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your... Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, but you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means...
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it? Yeah? The Kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small time. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the herb. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They will also make you into an idiot.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust. The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get... Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal.
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a the fuck about it. Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking...
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or... So yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels so...
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid.
Kuno's fuck gimp.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the... Probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesco.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't...
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus.
Just a...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing Kuno...
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't...
Yuh, bu ne ya, roman gibi.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked